Hi everyone, we're live. Welcome back. This is Dana with Beautyque NYC. Thank you so much for joining. This is the second edition of our beauty class, which we're going to be doing here at Beautyque, where we go through using our products and doing tutorials here for you, and you can follow along at home. And I encourage you to ask me any questions that you have along the way as well. So today we're going to be doing a glam look. We're going to be getting glam for the gram, as we say. Whereas last week we did a little bit more of a natural look, and thank you guys so much for your great response on that video. Also, if you have any suggestions or requests on tutorials you'd like to see from Beautyque, please leave them in the comments. Please let us know, and we're happy to do it. So today we're going to be getting glam, and I'm really excited to get started. And leave comments and questions below as we go, and we will make sure to answer them throughout. So the first thing I'm going to do today is prime, of course. Like we discussed last time, priming is important because it helps keep your makeup on all day long. And this one by Amazing Cosmetics is really great because it's also an illuminator. So this is called the Illuminate Primer and Highlighter, and this is in the shade Glow. They have several different shades that you can choose from. And this is going to give my skin a nice glow underneath my makeup, which is going to be awesome because it's glam, of course. But it's great because it doesn't make your skin oily or shiny, and I tend to have oily skin, so I stay away from that, but this does not do that, which is awesome. So I'm just going to grab a little bit, not too much. So, you know, a little amount will go a long way. I'm going to start in the center of my face and build outward. And you'll be able to see that it gives my skin a nice glow without making it look greasy or oily throughout the day, which is awesome. It also feels a little bit hydrating too. It's not in replace of skincare, but it does feel nice on your face. So I do have a little bit of a glow now. You can also wear this by itself if you don't feel like putting on makeup for the day. If you have dry skin and you just want to look a little glowy, this is a good one for that. But that is our first step today. Now, last time we did a very natural look, so we used a very lightweight, light coverage foundation, but today we're doing the opposite. So we're actually going to be using a full coverage foundation. This is from Amazing Cosmetics as well, and they're known for their complexion products in the makeup world. So this is called the Smooth Cream Concealer and Foundation. So it's actually a concealer and foundation in one product, meaning it's very full coverage, so it can cover up all your imperfections in one. So it's really cool because it is a squeeze tube, so you can squeeze out your foundation, but then on top is the concealer. So you can use your finger or a brush, and this is really great for travel because it's 2-in-1. So we love multitasking here, if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to use my beauty sponge. You can get these from Amazing Cosmetics as well. We have them at Beautyque. And I'm going to, I like to put it on the back of my hand just so I can control how much I'm using, but you can put it directly on your sponge, directly on your face, on your brush, whatever you want to use. Excuse me. So I like to start by dotting the foundation around my face and then blending out in tapping motions. And you can see it's instantly covering up all my redness. And it matches to my neck. That's the most important thing. A lot of the times matching foundation is hard because your face is a different color than your neck. But when you match your foundation, you actually want to match to your jaw and neck area so that everything is seamless. And be careful not to get it in your hair because it will show up in your hair. And it's important to do these bouncing motions rather than swiping because this is what gives it that kind of airbrushed, natural, stippled effect. And as you can see, this is really full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey or crazy, which is really nice. And it works really great with their primer that we just used. So you want to make sure you get all around your hairline. I'm covering my entire face this time because this is full glam. Last time we kind of just covered the areas that we had redness, but This time we're going hard, people. And make sure you blend a little down your neck, like we said, so that it's seamless. You don't want that foundation line. That's the worst thing in the world. You can even go on your ears. I'm not going to do my ear because I have earrings. But if you want to blend, if you're going to be wearing your hair up, it's good to blend everywhere. And like I said before, I could blend all day, but for the sake of time, I think that's good for now. And don't worry about my under eyes because we're going to conceal those as well. But if you're looking for a really nice full coverage foundation that's not cakey, this is a really great option from Amazing Cosmetics. And like I said, they're really known for their complexion products. They're used a lot in the industry for like TV and movies. The Amazing Concealer, which we're going to use next, is like famous. So this is a good one. So like I just said, next we're going to use the Amazing Concealer from Amazing Cosmetics. This is like the most full coverage concealer you will ever find. This is a cult favorite. This is a classic. If you watched YouTube back in the day, this was like all the hype on YouTube. So I'm going to use this. We already have a full coverage base, but we're going to use a little bit under our eyes to brighten. My blemishes are pretty much covered already by the foundation, but you can add it to spot conceal as well. But mine's a little bit of a lighter color because I like to brighten. So I'm going to just dab a little bit of that under my eyes. A little bit goes a very long way. So that's probably more than I need, honestly. And then maybe just a tiny bit on some blemishes. And I actually put a little on my eyelids too to kind of act as a primer. And then I'm going to take my sponge and blend that out. Same tapping motions. And this is going to really brighten and lift your under eye. And like I said, take it up on your eyelid because that's going to help your eyeshadow stick to your eye and stay all day long. The difference is crazy. So I like to recommend that you use a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation because it really lifts and brightens. If you want to be more dramatic, you can go 2 to 3 shades lighter. But yeah, just a little bit lighter than your face shade. And we're going to blend in where we concealed. And now I have a completely blank canvas. So as you can see, all my redness is gone. My face looks really smooth. But we need to add some dimension and color back to the face, of course. So once everything's blended out, we're going to set it with powder. That's very important because you don't want your face to slide, crease. You want it all to be locked in place for the whole day. So the first thing I'm going to use is actually a translucent powder. A translucent powder means that it's not actually giving you any coverage. It's actually just setting your makeup in place. This is really good if you have oily skin to combat your oils throughout the day. Any skin type can use translucent powder, but especially if you're wearing full beat, I highly recommend a translucent powder. And I'm just going to use the sponge, which, as I said, you can get from Amazing Cosmetics. Take a little bit of translucent powder right on my damp sponge and use this under my eyes to set so that it doesn't crease, because this is the first area that's going to crease if you don't set it. And if you are a makeup lover, this is the part when you would do what we call baking, which is letting the powder sit under your eyes and in areas that you want to brighten. We are not going to do that today, just for the sake of time, but I'm using that translucent powder to set my T-zone. And like I said, this is just really going to lock everything into place so that your beat stays on all day. And this does mattify you a bit, But since we put that glowy primer underneath, we are going to be glowing through even though we put powder on, which is really nice. So now that we set everything, we're actually going to do a little bit of contouring. Now, last time we just did a light bronze everywhere, but this time, since we're more glam, we're actually going to be contouring, which means that we're creating shadows on our face to kind of like give a structure, make our face snatched, if you will. So I'm going to be using this duo from B Radiance. I did feature this last time, and a lot of you had questions about it. I love these powders. They're a probiotic powder and highlighter duo, and this is in the shade 50. So this is actually a face powder, so if you have a deeper skin tone, this is a great face powder because they have a shade for every tone. So I'm going to use this on a contour brush. So something like this that's a little bit slanted. That's what I like to use to contour. So I'm going to grab a little bit, tap off the excess, and I'm going to start at the top of my ear and go towards my mouth and kind of just start creating a shadow. And we're going to blend it out, of course. So don't be scared if it looks a little crazy at first. If you're trying contour for the first time, we are going to blend it out. So what it does is gives the illusion of a higher cheekbone, or wherever you contour, it's giving the illusion of shadow. That's the mentality behind contouring. And you can always do the fish face, like they say, to find the hollows of your cheekbones. I like to go a little higher than that though, so it lifts up. But yeah, as you can see, this side has a little bit more of a shadow, and this side is just flat. Okay, same thing on the other side. And like I said, if you guys have questions along the way, or you want an in-depth tutorial on any part of what I'm doing, please leave a comment and let us know your requests, because we will be doing more tutorials in the future. So as you can see, there's some color on my cheeks now, and it's kind of creating a shadow and giving the illusion of structure, even if I don't have any structure. So now we're just going to blend it out a little. I'm going to have a little bit of a fluffier brush and kind of go in swirling motions, so there's no harsh lines, because we don't want harsh lines. Even if it is glam, everything still needs to be blended. And you can really get in your hairline with bronzer under your chin for the double chin. And we are bronzed. Now I don't look as flat and pale as I did before. You can really go as hard as you want with bronzer, especially in the winter when I'm really pasty. It's good to add some color. So the next thing we're going to do, using that same product, it's just a different shade. Well, actually, sorry, this is Color and Glow, not Set and Glow. B Radiance has two different compact powders. They have Color and Glow and Set and Glow. The Set and Glow is the one we just used, which has the face powder, and the Color and Glow has blush, because we're adding color to our cheeks. And this is in the shade 01 Pink. This is like a really pretty glowy corally pink, which is my favorite color to wear on my cheeks. So I'm going to take a little bit of that and go right above the contour. And I like to sweep this upward as well, but you can put it on the apples of your cheeks, whatever suits your face shape best. And since we're doing a little bit more of a dramatic look, I'm not going to do as much, well, it looks like I put on a ton of blush, but I'm not going to do as much as I normally would, because it's all about balance on the face. If you're doing super smoky, dramatic eyes, you might want to tone down on the blush, or don't. Do whatever you want. But yeah, now I have some more color and life to my face and I don't look all flat and crazy. Um, so the next thing we're gonna do is highlighter, which is one of my favorite parts, of course. And same product, it's a duo, Color and Glow. This is the glow part of Color and Glow. I'm gonna take a little bit of this highlighter, and by a little, I mean a lot. And this is gonna go on the high points of our face, so your cheekbones, the tip of your nose, you can put on your Cupid's bow. You can put it everywhere, wherever you wanna glow. This is a really pretty peachy champagne color. And on Instagram, this is getting glam for the gram, remember. Instagram is all about the glow and the highlight, so don't be afraid to go in. And you can really see when the light hits it. It's very glowy. I love putting some on the tip of my nose. Personal preference, you don't have to do that, but I love it. Okay. And this is called your Cupid's bow, the tip of your, the arch of your lips right here. I like to highlight a little bit right there as well. Okay, so our base is pretty much done. As you can see, everything's concealed. We have a really nice base, and this is going to photograph really nice because it's a nice matte finish, but we have the glowy primer underneath, so it's going to give a really nice finish, especially in photos. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to move on to is our eyebrows. Now, eyebrows on fleek was a huge thing on Instagram for so long, so we're going to do a little bit of that today, nothing crazy. Hi, Bing. Oh my gosh, I love you. So first things first, we're going to use a brow pencil to just kind of underline our brows to get the shape in place. And then we're going to fill in with another product. But I love brow pencils because a lot of the time they have a spoolie, which is really important for getting your brow hairs in place because mine are wild in, they're going everywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to use a brow pencil in a shade that matches my hair color, my natural hair color. And I'm going to start by underlining my brow because we want nice, strong, sharp brows today for this glam look. And excuse the faces I make while I'm doing this. I like to start under the arch and do little hair-like strokes. And be careful when you get to the inside because you don't want those block eyebrows. That's not cute. It's not a good look. Don't do it. So I'm just kind of extending the tail a little and creating the shape that I want using a really light hand towards the inner portion. Very light hand. And I'm just kind of creating the shape that I want. And as you go, you can use your spoolie to blend out. And you always want to brush up, never down, or you'll be looking crazy. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do crazy fleeky eyebrows today, but we are going to give them a little bit more structure than we did for the natural look. And your brows, like I said, everything should be proportionate. So if you're doing a little bit of a heavier eye makeup look, you can do a little bit bolder brows to go with it. I don't know if any of you have ever done a bold eye look and then you don't have your brows on yet and you look crazy. If you've done that, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay. And these aren't perfect by any means, but like I said, your brows are sisters, not twins. So don't worry if your brows are not identical. And now that we have the shape in place from the brow pencil, I'm going to use the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Brow Kit, which is an exclusive at Beautyque NYC. You get the brow powder, the brow gel, and this awesome little brow brush all together in a bundle. It's perfect, especially if you're a beginner. Brow powder is one of the easiest ways to apply brows if you're a beginner, so highly recommend. Even if you're not a beginner, this is a really great product to have in your kit or just in your collection. So this is in the shade 03. So it's kind of like a taupey brown color. And I'm going to use this to deepen my brows now that I have that shape in place. And I'm going a little more heavy-handed than I would for a natural look. You can tell this one's a lot darker than this one, but don't worry, it'll all come together, I promise. I'm going to be looking crazy for a while. A lot of the times, dramatic looks, especially smoky eyes, you'll be looking crazy until it all comes together at the end, and then you look bomb. And then you're like, oh, that's why I did that. Okay, so very bold brows right now. And we're going to blend out with the spoolie again. And then we're going to set with the brow gel, which also doubles as an eyelash primer. And like I said last time, in case you missed it, this is kind of like hairspray for your eyebrows. So it's going to lock them in place all day long. And it's going to hold your hairs exactly where you want them. Thank you, Rosa. Your eyebrows look great. Thank you so much. Yeah, eyebrows took me a long time to get right. But, you know, it comes with practice, just like everything with makeup. A lot of people get discouraged with their eyebrows, but it really takes time and practice. And these are not my best brows either, but, you know, it is what it is. This part can be helpful, though, if you mess up. I'm actually going to use the Amazing Concealer that we used before and carve out the underneath of my brow. This is an Instagram hack that people have been using for several years now. I'm going to use a small concealer brush, something like this. I'm a beauty guru now. And I'm going to use that to clean up underneath my eyebrow. This is going to give that eyebrows on fleek look that everybody goes for on Instagram, and it also gives a highlight and lift to your brow bone. So I like to start right under the arch, and I'm sorry if you can't see very well because of the camera, but it just cleans it right up and gives you the exact shape that you want. It gives you a nice sharp tail, and it also highlights your brow bone at the same time. And you only need to do this part underneath. You don't need to do it on top of your brow. And then I just like to dab it out with my finger. So again, I don't know if you can really tell on camera here, but in person, this one looks a lot more clean and sharp as compared to this one. So that's a little hack you can use if you have trouble getting a nice, sharp, clean eyebrow. But you definitely don't have to do this for every day if you're just doing a natural everyday look. And I am going to take a little bit on top right here and clean up this tail. It's kind of like an eraser. So anywhere you don't want brow product, you can kind of just erase it and it blends right into your skin. So that's another hack for eyebrows. And I know eyebrows are not the most exciting part of makeup, so we will be moving on soon. Eyebrows are not my favorite part either, but they are essential. Do not do a whole glam smoky look and neglect your eyebrows. Don't do it, girl. Okay, I think we're good on the brows for now. Um, all right, so now we're gonna move on to the fun part, which is eyes. So I have a really cool product to show you today. This is from Dome Beauty, which I talked about last time, but Dome is awesome because they're a really clean makeup brand. So as I say, they're 360-degree clean makeup, which means every part of their brand is clean, from the ingredients to the production to their ethics and everything. They're a really awesome brand that does a lot of innovative stuff. So this is called their 24-hour Jewel eyeshadow. This is called Chocolate Diamond, this shade, and it is a radiant mousse shadow. So it's kind of bouncy and liquidy, which is really good for those of you who maybe don't have a bunch of eyeshadow brushes or don't like to blend out a bunch of different colors. You can just use your finger and dab this on your lid and you're good to go. We're going to do a few more steps than that today, but it's like a moussey texture. It's really pretty on the eye. And as the name says, 24 hours, this will last a long time. You should not keep your makeup on for 24 hours, but if you did, girl, if you had a long night, this will still be on your eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit, don't go crazy, and tap this on my eyelid. And it's a really pretty rich brown color. And this is going to kind of be my base for what I'm doing on my eyes today, which is going to be kind of like a smoky, bronzy look with a winged liner. So I look wild, but like I said, it will come together. And same as the foundation, you want to use tapping, dabbing motions. Don't just swipe it on, or else it's going to be crazy. It'll be harder to blend later on. So I'm kind of just dabbing it where I want it. And it's okay if it doesn't look perfect because we're using this as a base today. You can wear this on its own, of course, but today I'm using it kind of as a base for my other shadows, which will make them stand out a lot more and stay on all day, all night. So as I said, I'm just tapping. And fortunately, I have short nails right now, so this is a little bit easier. If you have long nails, you can, of course, use a brush. Dome has a set of cruelty-free eye brushes. That's another reason they're great. They're cruelty-free, which we love at Beautyque. And if you are not comfortable using your fingers, those are a great option for applying these shadows because they're made for applying these shadows. Okay. And that's going to be fine for our base. Like I said, I know it looks a little wild, but don't worry. There's more steps. So you could just wear these on their own. You would have to do a little bit better of a blending job than I just did. But next, we're actually going to use a powder eyeshadow. You can use any eyeshadow you have. So if you don't own like a neutral eyeshadow palette, I highly recommend that's where you start if you want to get into eyeshadows. So I'm just going to use a deep warm brown color right here. And I'm going to build this up on the outer corner of my eye. And we're going to start to make it look smoky. And if you hear that word all the time on Instagram, smoky eyes literally is what it sounds like. It kind of looks like smoke on your eyes. It's really sultry and kind of like glam, of course. That's what we're here for. So I'm taking a fluffy blending brush, tapping off the excess, and I want to start building that up on the outside of my eye. And if you notice, I'm doing swirling motions. And you can really take your time with this. I'm going to try and be a little bit quick because I don't want to keep you here all day. But blending really takes time, guys. Don't be frustrated if you can't get a perfect smoky eye look in 2 minutes. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes patience. Definitely patience. And I'm bringing this up in my crease a little and blending it out, and it blends really nice with that Dome eyeshadow. And I'm going to take it out a little bit on the side. And now you can see it's coming together a little bit more. There's some depth, still blending to do for sure. But this eye compared to this eye, this one has a lot more dimension and it's definitely more dramatic. Now, dramatic eyes, of course, are not everybody's favorite thing to do, but later on, I'll tell you where you can jump in if you don't want to do dramatic eyes. You don't have to do eyeshadow at all. You can just do the liner and lashes, or you can just do lashes alone, or whatever you want. Makeup's customizable, guys. But this is a glam look that I would do, so. And I'm really just kind of taking my time and blending that out, guys. Using little circular motions. Making sure that there's no harsh lines. The key to good eyeshadow is making sure everything is blended seamlessly. You don't want any harsh edges, harsh lines. If you can master blending, you can do anything with eyeshadow, I promise. And we call this windshield wiper motions, back and forth. Okay, now that I got some dark eyeshadow going on, we're going to bring a little bit of light back on the eyelid. I'm going back in with this Be Radiance powder, the highlight side, which is a bright, shimmery highlighter. It's what I use on my cheeks. And this is going to tie in the look together because the eyes and the cheeks are going to match. And even if other people don't know that, you will know it. So I'm going to use my finger, actually, and tap this on the eyelid. And you're going to see how bright it is. It really brightens up the look and brings a lot more dimension. This is going to bring light back to your inner corners. And don't neglect your fingers, guys. Your fingers are a great tool for applying makeup. You don't need fancy brushes, although I do recommend getting some brushes if you're into eye makeup. But I'm kind of just tapping and blending that out and evening it out on both sides. And like I said, guys, feel free to ask questions. I am here to answer. Okay, and now as you can see, that really toned it down so I don't look as crazy and dramatic. But if you want to be crazy and dramatic, that's totally fine. So I'm just going to go back in with my fluffy brush and blend out. You want to blend between every step, guys. That's the key. I love using products for different purposes. If you couldn't tell, I really like using this. This is a highlighter, but I use it on my eyes as a sparkly eyeshadow. You can use these dome jewel eyeshadows as an eyeliner. You can use, I've even used the Amazing Cosmetics brow powder on my eyes. So I use the Be Radiance bronzer on my eyes. I love multitasking, not multitasking, multi-use products. So don't be afraid. Don't be like, oh, this says, you know, bronzer. I can't use it anywhere else. Bend the rules. Bend the rules. Okay, so we're pretty good on the eyeshadow. I'm going to go back and touch it up, of course, because that's just what I do a million times. But the next step is going to be eyeliner. So we have a really awesome eyeliner at Beautyque from Dome, the same brand that we used on the eyes. It's a gel eyeliner, and you use a brush for it. They have one in their brush set. And you can do a really nice wing, or you can even blend it out into a smoky look. However, today I'm going to be using a liquid eyeliner because it's nice and quick. But you can use any liner that you want. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of a wing because we're going to be applying lashes, and this helps conceal the lash band. I love your eyeshadow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, like I said, anybody can do eyeshadow. It just takes practice and patience, like I said. Um, so I don't really have a great technique for this. I kind of just start in the center of my eye and work outward. And I have very watery tear ducts, so I don't go in all the way, even though I wish I could. But I start in the center, go out, and then I kind of do a flick at the end for my wing. And this also, like everything else, takes a lot of practice. But like I mentioned with the dome eyeliner that we have at Beautyque, it's very easy because it's not like a pen thing like this. It's actually a brush that you dip in a pot. So you have a little bit more control. And I actually learned to do eyeliner using gel eyeliner. So I highly recommend that one as well. So I'm kind of just getting the shape of the wing how I want it. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. And if you remember how we cleaned up under the brows with concealer, you can also do the same thing under your eyeliner. So you can use that Amazing Cosmetics concealer and kind of clean up underneath if you need to or want to. I'm not going to skip that today, but just know that you can use that concealer kind of as an eraser if you make mistakes or if you want to clean things up. I'm sorry, I'm not talking very much while I do this because concentration. It takes focus. And you can do your wing as big or as little as you want, girl. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of the wing. Now the hardest part with winged liner is getting them even. As you can see, this one's a little higher than this one. Don't, stress yourself out trying to make them even all day. That comes with practice as well. But, as long as you're happy with it, no one else is going to mind. Okay? I think we're going to leave it there for now because I could perfect these all day long, like I said. But yeah, I love doing liquid eyeliner because it really makes your eyelashes stand out. And I'm going to just go back in with a blending brush. A lot of the time, once you put on your eyeliner, you can see how the shape of the eye look is coming together. So just one more time, go over all the edges. Okay, so then the last step on the eyes is going to be lashes. Now, lashes are something, again, that take a lot of practice, but today I'm actually using magnetic eyelashes, so these are actually a little bit easier because you don't have to mess with lash glue or anything like that. It just comes with a magnetic liner. I always line first anyway so that I don't waste the liner, but I'm just going to put a little bit of this on and then pop on some lashes, and then we're going to finish up with the lips, which I'm really excited to show you. We have a really great product at Beautyque. So I'm just going to go over that liner really quick. And while I'm doing this, because I'm not talking much while I'm doing it, if you guys aren't familiar with Beautyque or our website, Beautyque is a really, really awesome online platform. We have a really beautiful virtual store where you can shop just like you would if it wasn't a pandemic. It's a really gorgeous virtual store, and it feels just like you're in a real store looking at makeup and skincare. So head to beautique.nyc and check out our virtual store. It is really awesome. And you can also join our beauty club, which is our our club for our members that you have the chance to participate in focus groups and try products for free from our different brands, which is awesome, and give your feedback. And we have a lot of really awesome stuff going on over there. So while I'm doing this liner, I'm plugging Beautyque.nyc. And you can also, if you're not watching on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at BeautyQNYC. It looks like BeautyQ, but it is Beautyque. And I'm just building this up so that the lashes will stick on. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It's very hard to talk while you're doing liner, but okay. Now that we have that, I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna pop the lashes on, and then my favorite part, we're gonna do a bold lip, which I'm really excited to show you guys this lipstick that we have at Beautyque. So let me pop on these lashes really quick. You can do bold lashes, you can do more natural lashes, but this is a glam look, so I say go bold or go home. That's my philosophy. And since we put on the liner, y'all, that is literally the easiest thing I've ever done. So if you are not good with lashes or lash glue, try magnetic lashes because these are fire. That took like 5 seconds. Once I did the eyeliner anyway. They literally just pop right on. And yeah, now I look more put together. My eyes look a little bit more glam and dramatic. Then the next step is we're gonna blend those with our real lashes using the Dome mascara that I talked about last time. It's the Black Magic mascara. I'm not gonna put a ton on because I don't wanna get it all over my lashes or my fake lashes. But this is gonna blend my real lashes with these lashes, and this is a really great mascara for doing this. And this is completely non-toxic, clean, non-clumping. This is bomb if you're looking for a good mascara. Being said, do the lashes last a long time? What brand are they? These are from Glam, and they last up to like 50 uses, I think. And this is the style Luxe. And they're bomb. You should try them. Okay, so I'm using the Dome mascara just a little because I don't want to get it all over the lashes. I'm just blending. Okay, and a little bit on bottom as well. I'm making crazy faces, I know. Yeah, and being asked about the lashes, you can get magnetic lashes anywhere now, guys. You can get them at Target. You can get them at the drugstore. These are Glamnetic, but you can get them anywhere for real. Or you can just use mascara, but I like to go super glam, so. Okay. And now that our eyes look super open and big and dramatic, we are ready for my favorite part, which is the lipstick. Now, this brand is called The Sexiest Beauty, and I want to give this brand a huge shout out because they just have such great morals and ethics, and they care about really great causes like diversity, inclusion, women empowerment, gender expression, everything. So shout out to Heather, who is the founder of The Sexiest Beauty, and shout out to this brand because they are really amazing. They have a ton of colors. This is called their Matte Sheen S-Proof Liquid Lipstick. And S-Proof stands for a lot of things. It's sex-proof, sweat-proof, all types of things. So when you put it on, it's not going anywhere. Now, if you've tried liquid lipsticks before, you know that they stay on forever, but this is like next level. I have tried like hundreds of liquid lipsticks, and this is different from any of the ones I've tried. It stays on. it is not drying. It dries down, but it's not drying. It doesn't make your lips feel crusty and dry. And it has kind of like a sheen to it, which is really cool because most liquid lipsticks look super dry and even like crumbly almost. This does not do that. And I'm obsessed with this. And this is called Madame Red. And it's a really deep blood red color. And I'm so excited to put this on. So if you're not, this is not for the faint of heart, but she does have neutral colors as well if you just want an everyday lipstick. And she also has a matte shine formula, which is in a traditional like lipstick bullet. But this is my favorite. This is everything. If you like liquid lipstick, you need this right now. Oh my God, I love it so much. And you can put on, I look crazy. Oh my God. You can put on a lip liner, of course, but I find with this formula, you don't really need it because it doesn't go anywhere. And the brush is so precise, you can almost kind of, I look so great. You can almost kind of line your lips with this if you want to. Rosa said it's very bold. Yes, yes, it is, but I love it, especially for this time of year. This is like the perfect holiday color. Even though holidays are over, I'm still going to wear it all the time. And you really want to take your time with this. It's not like a normal lipstick where you put it on and then do all that type of stuff. You really got to be precise with it because once it's in place, it's not moving. So be careful, but it's very easy to apply. It just takes a little bit of time. All done. Just kidding. Oh my God. Can you imagine? But it looks so pretty. Thank you, Rosa. That means a lot. I mean, it's not done yet, obviously, but I think this color is a red that would look really good on every skin tone. It's like a deep blood red. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, I promise. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to liquid lipstick, but I'm trying to speed it along for you guys so that you're not just watching me apply lipstick all day. But again, if you have any questions, please leave them below. I know we are having an issue with Facebook, but if you're on Instagram, YouTube, drop your comments below. And you don't want to layer these up too much either because one coat is plenty. I'm kind of just going around the edges right now, getting the line right. I'm not building up like a ton more product. You really only need one layer. Okay, I think we got it. Never mind. Okay, I think we're good. Oh my gosh, guys, I think that's the final look. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry we had an issue with Facebook, so wherever you tuned in from, thank you so much. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can drop them below. You can reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, anything, and we will respond to you. I can answer any questions you have about these products or the look. Please follow us at Beautyque NYC on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And please, please visit our virtual store because It's really awesome, guys. I promise you haven't seen anything like this before. The first time I saw it, I was like floored. But anyway, thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I haven't worn lashes in so long, so I'm like feeling it right now. But thank you guys. And we will see you next time for our next beauty class. If you have any requests or suggestions, let us know. And in the meantime, we will see you next time. Thank you guys.